Welcome to another morning BreadCast. And we are going to pick up where we left off. We have been going through the book of Proverbs and just soaking in the wisdom that God had given Solomon, that he wrote down for us so that we are not destroyed for our lack of knowledge. And we're not talking about just book knowledge. We're talking about godly wisdom that is not found in the land of the living. It's found in the fear of the Lord and in the Spirit of God within us. So anyway, we're going to pick up where we left off yesterday. We're in chapter 11 in the book of Proverbs, and we're going to pick it up on verse 12. And verse 12 reads like this: "Whoever belittles his neighbor lacks sense, but a man of understanding remains silent." We covered this earlier, but let's remember, be quick to listen, slow to speak. There is much wisdom in that. Right? Verse 13 says, "Whoever goes about slandering reveals secrets, but he who is trustworthy in spirit keeps a thing covered." Wow. Sometimes zipping the lip is filled with wisdom. Right? Amen to that. I'm reminded of the book of James, first chapter, verse 19 says, "Dear brothers, don't ever forget this. It is best to listen much, speak little, and not be angry." Coming from the Lord's brother who lived with him when he was growing up. Right? Verse 20 of James, the first chapter of James says, "For anger doesn't make us good, as God demands that we must be." Verse 21 says, So get rid of all that is wrong in your life, both inside and outside, and humbly be glad for the wonderful message we have received. For it is able to save our souls as it takes hold on our hearts. Amen. Good translation on that one. Appreciate that. All right. Proverbs. Next verse. Chapter 11, verse 14. "Where there is no guidance, a people falls, but in an abundance of counselors there is safety." Okay. I use this one a lot, only because first of all, let's make sure we're getting godly counsel when it talks about in an abundance of counselors there's safety, as long as it's godly counsel, right? But always remember that the final word is between you and your relationship with God, right? It's good to get godly wisdom. It's good to get counsel. It's good to bounce things off of people. But the decision is between you and the Lord. And always, always remember that, right? I want to end it here today as we're on the subject of receiving from the Lord. All this wisdom and counsel really comes down to having that relationship, right? And these small tidbits of wisdom that we're grabbing here should just be a surety that when you hear from the Lord, it will always line up with the Word. Like these little nuggets that we're grabbing out of the book of Proverbs, these are just things that as you're going about your day and as you're seeking the Lord and as you're making decisions based on God's leading, these things will come to mind and they will lock in. Yes, that's from the Lord. That's a godly thing to do. I'm going with that. I want to leave it there for today. God bless you. You have a wonderful day, and we will see you again next time on the Morning BreadCast. God bless.